here from Overlander Project. Got a treat for you guys. So, been talking about doing an international world-class overlanding trip, and you may or may not know we launched the Baja excursion, which is November of this year. But I've got my friend Schalk Cuyler here. He works for my buddy, and we share the same building, so I work with him almost every day. And I've been listening to his stories. He's from South Africa, and he's put together a trip for us. And there's so much information that he needs to share with us. We're going to probably do 2 or 3 episodes. But tell us what you put together.
Yeah, John, thank you for the time and the trust to put this trip together. I think it's a Southern Africa trip this time, and I want us to go and see something else nature-wise that will be including in the big 5 nature stuff, waterfalls, that just will capture the moment of being in Africa. And the best way to do it for the first trip, I think we're going to visit South Africa, where we're obviously going to arrive in, and then we'll travel to Botswana, and we're going to do a day trip into Zimbabwe to go and see the Victoria Falls.
Yeah, one of the stipulations I had when I came to him to put this trip together was time. That's what none of us have enough time for a really, a month-long trip. So I told him to try to work with about a week's time, and this is what he's come up with.
Yeah, I think what we're going to take is we need to fine it a little bit more. We 30% there, we got an idea where we want to go. I gave you some markers I think we should hit when we do a trip like this. And I think it's really, I think we're putting a trip together of a lifetime.
I agree.
I think you're gonna sit around fires at night and hear the call of hyena and lion. You're gonna be way in the bush where there's no cell phone reception, there's no people, no car noise. You're gonna be first time feeling the African bush the right way. Going into Botswana, I've been to Botswana probably 50 times in my life and visited a bunch and been into the parks.
Didn't you tell me your first time was when you were 6 months old?
Yeah, first time I was 6 months old in the Muremi Game Reserve in Botswana. The Okavango Delta in the north of Botswana can be seen from space, how big that savanna delta is. And there's the big 5, elephant, buffalo, lion, cheetah, rhino. They're all there, everything well protected, well maintained. And you're going to actually travel, probably we're planning on 2 or 3 days drive through just parks. We won't be on any asphalt road, and just being able to absorb bird life, wildlife, great photography. It's going to be amazing.
It sounds like everything's going to be there for us. A little background on Schalk is he's been a bushman your entire adult life, right?
Yeah.
You were on a anti-poaching division for rhinos.
That's
tracking
right.
the people and hunting them that would find the rhinos and cut the horns off, for money. Didn't you used to transport hippos and little?
Yeah, I did wildlife transportation of live animals to relocate them if we had a problem animal. Sometimes when it's a large animal,
right,
like that hippo I told you, they had to be relocated because. And we all have to keep in mind, in South Africa we have fences where we have private game reserves, and due to fences we have to manage it, and that's unfortunately the way to manage it, by darting, loading and translocating animals.
Yeah. And right before you came to the US, you had your own guide service, correct?
That's correct. And currently we're still doing it. So it's a great help to help you with this, because I've got the experience. I've been to each and every spot I'm sending you to and helping to plan. So I've got first-hand experience of it.
That's awesome. And you talked about your father, who's also hasn't done as much as you have, but he's talking about joining us too for part of this.
That's correct. I'm planning my dad, Bjorn. He lives actually in Mountain, Botswana. He's going to travel south and meet you guys, and he'll be your tour guide for the whole trip. And you have a hands-on experienced guy that will stop and show you the things that the tourists don't see anymore.
Right. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, the stuff that's off the beaten track, those type of things, and that will go, wow, you guys are you know, the locals will see it, but you guys can have the opportunity to see it as well. You know, there's, it's too much now to talk about it. I don't want to reveal too much. Maybe we need to talk about if there's people that has got a concern to go into Zimbabwe.
Right.
We're just doing a day trip over, basically from a town on the border of Botswana. We're going to do a day trip with a safari company, which is all safe and everything, just to see the waterfall. It's, I mean, if you want to see a great waterfall, you want to see this one. And I think that's one of the things on the bucket list. If we can hit Victoria Falls, we can hit the Mahari Pans, and we can hit the Okavango Delta, we've done good for our first trip.
I like it. You hit all the good spots in the short amount of time that we have to work with.
That's correct.
I like it. Well, before we wrap up this episode, anything else?
No, like I said, I don't want to reveal too much because there's some planning left, but it's going to be a remarkable trip, guys. It's a trip that will give you goosebumps. While I'm sitting here, I'm getting goosebumps about how amazing it is to sit around a fire at night in the middle of the bush and you hear jackal calling, lion calling. It's amazing.
I can't wait. I'm stoked. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted as we as the program or the trip comes together, and we'll put another video together for you. Thanks.
Thank you.